So I saw Pokemon Detective Pikachu Mewtwo Strikes Back, and it was pretty darn cute. I'd probably say it's the first watchable video game movie. And that's probably because it doesn't take itself too seriously. Now you guys know I don't really like reviewing kids movies, but I was actually looking forward to this, so I figured I'd make an exception. But also I should mention that I kind of have a hard time classifying this as a straight up kids movie. This movie kind of feels like it's trying to please young kids and people my age, and to be honest, it doesn't really work all the time. Some of the things Ryan Reynolds says are more in line with what he would say as Deadpool. It can get kind of suggestive at points. This movie doesn't have the most consistent tone, but it wasn't particularly distracting. What is distracting, however, is the acting. A lot of people have said it already, but the acting is really bad. But kind of in like a funny, cute way. I went to see this movie with Dan, and he said that it felt like they were talking to actual Pokemon NPCs, and yeah, I kind of agree with that. And in some cases, I'd say, oh, you know, it's supposed to be kind of over the top, and it's not really that big of a deal. But the acting is even bad in, like, serious or sad scenes, so yeah, it doesn't really work all the time. Like, the villains in this movie act like villains on a Disney Channel original movie, and I'm actually okay with that. But I'm not okay with the line delivery of, like, the main human characters. Most of the time, it's pretty unbelievable and unnatural, and it's kind of distracting, if we're being honest. But like I said, this is mostly for the human characters. Pikachu himself is easily the best part of the movie, and as long as he's around, it's easy to ignore all the other stuff. And strangely enough, the bad acting kind of just becomes normal after a while. Like, this movie just kind of grows on you. If you have a problem in the first few minutes of the movie, it's probably not going to last that long. This is probably because the pacing of the movie isn't half bad. The best thing about this movie is that it's just easy to watch. It doesn't waste your damn time, and that's something I hate with movies like this. I think of when I watched Teen Titans Go to the movies and how some of the parts of that movie were just boring. I am a 25-year-old man, and if I get bored during a kids movie, then that means the kids are definitely bored, and something isn't right here. But this movie doesn't have that problem at all. It is a breeze to watch. Now, like I said, this is probably the best video game movie, but it's kind of hard to classify it as a video game movie because it's not really based on any one game. Video game movies should be more like this in the future. They should create a story that can operate on its own without being limited by the plot of any one existing game. This movie doesn't have a lot of Pokemon battling or catching, and I think that a movie with a focus on those aspects can do well now that people have actually seen a live-action Pokemon movie. One thing that I personally also liked a lot was the world building. The world is also very consistent with the games and anime. I honestly feel like this is how Pokemon would operate if they were real. And if we're being honest, that's kind of the whole appeal of Pokemon. It's not like Ash and Misty are very compelling characters. I'm never particularly invested in the plot of the games. I just want to see cool Pokemon in a world that's similar to our own. That's really all I need. The Pokemon franchise is all about inserting yourself into this world so that we can imagine ourselves as Pokemon masters and stuff like that. And this movie does a really good job of making me want to live in this world. So as far as Pokemon movies go, that's kind of my main criteria. I don't know, I don't play Pokemon games expecting to have my mind blown, so I didn't go into this movie expecting that either. It's a fun movie, it's really cute, and yeah, it does feel a little bit like a student film in some points, but whatever, I don't care, I had fun. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately, but I don't really like giving these kids' movies number scores, so I'm gonna give them a new kids-friendly grading system. So I'm gonna give Pokemon Detective Pikachu a gold star sticker that says, keep going, because I would actually like more Pokemon movies.